you have the link to share? Oh, this is so awesome, dude. Mike and Ira, ride or die. Let's do this.
BowmanDigitalMedia.com.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Speed Networking with Mike and Ira. My name is Ira Bowman with my co-host, Mike, the not ESPN guy. What did I just say?
Yeah.
Oh, baby. I got sports on the brain, Mike. We're going to have to talk about
so
some football here eventually. But,
I don't want to talk about football. You see the Bears? I don't want to talk about football.
They fired everybody in the Bears, I think.
We can talk about that. We can talk about jobs. We can talk about getting fired.
They fired everybody.
Hey, you know what? Instead of talking about what we want to talk about, how about we get some other people up here and see what they want to talk about?
Okay, that's the whole point, brother. We are going to do this. This show, Speed Networking. I mean, look, y'all came to see, the thunder and lightning. Of course, we're going to give you that in spades. But Mike and I agree. This is about y'all. So we want
don't need the marketing.
Join the show. Take advantage of our spotlight. You are invited to the party. How do you join, Mike? Well, what you got to do is click on the link. I'm about to put it in the comments. So get ready.
I'm going to go share it, man. I'm going to go do what I do.
Get ready, everybody. All you got to do, it doesn't cost a thing at the moment. This is free. So you can join us for free. To join, click on this link. I'm going to put it
we didn't even talk about sponsors. Do I mention my sponsors? You mention your sponsors? No, let's talk about other people. Let's just do that.
Yeah. If you want to join, click this link. And
there's no sales. There's no ebook. We're not doing a master course, none of that stuff, right?
Yeah, we're not doing none of that, bro. We don't need that stuff. You know what we really need?
I'm just glad we're on the same page.
Yeah. So if you want to join us,
here we go.
Click it on the link. I mean, that's not really good English right there, but that's what you get.
It's only going to get worse.
It's gonna get worse before it gets better. But you know what? I'm gonna roll with it. And excuse my dyslexic. I can't speak at you, bubblegum brain. So there it is. Click it on the link and join us on the show. I can have up to 10 people. That means 8 guests at once. So if you want
my big ego,
I mean, it might. I don't know. You got to
be at least 3 spots, right?
You got kind of a big head. Check this out. This is a brand new. It's a brand new graphic. Like I just made it.
Did I ever actually tell you they used to call me Heed?
Look how big his head is, bro. I mean,
you probably had to shrink that too.
I know, I did, and I kind of feel bad because it's a little pixelated. I need a cleaner one, but anyways, hey, we got something. But seriously, your head is ginormous. And look at that. The first person who's smart enough to take advantage of us is Mariella Stogmo. She is in Sacramento. Not Sacramento. She's in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
California. Santa Barbara. Here we go. So.
And stereo dogs.
I want to do this. You know what? You're so smart to come on. I'm going to, while you introduce
First in line. That tells me she's the smartest, right?
Yeah. You know what I want to do? Mariella, I want to do this. I'm trying to figure out how to make this thing work because Mike's head's ginormous.
It is.
What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull up business and risk. So, Mariella, do like 60 seconds. Introduce your business. What do y'all do? And I'm going to get your website and pull it up.
All right. I'm all about risk management and not only fraud and scams and cyber attacks, but also operational risks, all the what ifs. So you don't arrive to a problem to solve it and lose revenue. That was it.
Well, you know, they say the smallest holes sink the biggest ships, right?
Exactly.
You want to know what's cool?
Shit,
You know
my
what's,
head doesn't even fit in the screen, dude.
I know. Hey, God, I'm about to
Hold on a
change.
second. I'm
have
gonna
to go
fix it.
like
I'm
that.
gonna fix it.
I'm about to.
I gotta show
I'm about
people what it's
to-
like to
I'm
work
about
on the internet. I
to-
gotta.
I'm about to make a switch. Here we go. All right.
Oh, thanks. Good. Now my head fits.
Now
That's
it
awesome.
fits.
I
Check
feel
this
better.
out. I want to do this too. I'm going to put Mariella up at the top.
Hey,
Look
can
at
we
that.
just do this for everybody? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think we're going to do this, right? We talked.
Yeah.
Mike and I have a little bit of strategy going on here. We want to help our guests increase their visibility. I mean, look, Mike and I have hundreds of thousands of followers between us on all kinds of platforms.
Well, wait, are we just talking about my actual name, or are we talking about all my dummy accounts too?
Well, let's not give away all our secrets in the first 60 seconds. But
Well,
anyways, we have a few followers. So
man.
I got somebody saying, "Hey, please help me, sir." Yeah, that's what we're here for. Click the link, join us on the show, and you can tell
Yeah.
us how you
we
need
can't
help.
help you if you don't tell us, right?
Right. Okay. So Mariella, this is Mariella on LinkedIn. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Mariella. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it on the show. Follow her here. Right. So y'all, if you need to lead the horse to the water to the horse to the water, make the water drink. I don't know how I'm trying to say it. But look, we got another person. Join us on the show, and you can tell us how you need help.
help you if you don't tell us, right?
Lost Mike somehow. So Mariella, this is Mariella on. Come on back. And Tim, I need you to mute your mic or mute the show. There we go. You got to mute the show if you want to be on the show. It's kind of like the old days when you call the radio station and you could hear it.
Yeah.
I'm the worst.
Once you got that muted, Tim, just go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and I know I can unmute your mic for you. Okay, so Mariella runs a company called Business Risk. She is available for hire if you're looking to hire somebody to help with your fraud and risk stuff. But I wanted to get this so you could follow her. Again, what are we going to do, Mike? We're going to introduce people. We're going to give them a chance to speak about their business and how they help, and then we're going to try and promote them. So do that. And while you're doing that, you could come here, and she has her website right there in her profile. Booyah. There it is. So you can find her website and learn all about it. She's got smart blogs. You can learn how to be safe on the internet. Can't you, Mariella?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, she sent me one. I still need to read it, Mariella. I'm behind. That's why I haven't
It's
reached
like
out.
you don't have enough to do every day.
I know. I have a few things that I got going on. So,
Yep.
Mike, do me a favor. Ask Mariella a couple questions, and I'm going to get in these comments.
You know what's funny here is I was actually just thinking to myself, because people don't realize, like, I'm nervous, like an introvert sometimes, when I actually know people. And here I know her, and I feel it's weird because, like, I don't want to feel like it's an inside track here, right? That's why I'm excited about interviewing new people. And Mariella, I don't want to be like a bad friend or host here, right? But like I really think people, like, if they're gonna get to know you, they really should just kind of go read your blog, because, you know, being a writer like you are, that's probably the best way to see what you're all about, right?
Correct. And also, it's about the simplest things. I was talking, I won't name the company or the name, with the CEO yesterday from Greece. He's pretty big, he has a company. I told him a few things about his cell phone and his Google account, and he was like, what? And
Yeah.
I'm a tech person. So the simplest things that we do not think about
You know,
win everything.
Well,
all I needed was a little bit of information here, right? Because I actually run a social media site that gets millions of spam attacks a year, right? I have a web development. I mean, you would think that a guy who's in my field, and Ira, would know like all this stuff too, but you actually surprised me quite a few times here and there with your blogs.
That's why we all complement each other. We cannot all know everything. I have no clue how to create a website like yours, but I have
Why?
a clue
That's why
how
I
to protect you. So
okay, hey, God. This is, again, we're going to show you a lot of stuff on this show. We're talking about serviceprofessionalsnetwork.com right now because Mike owns and runs serviceprofessionalsnetwork.com. Mariella is a expert when it comes to cybersecurity stuff. And I like to, because I'm not the smart one here. I'm the one who does the marketing. But I want to show you guys just a short little tip. If you come here onto the homepage, serviceprofessionalnetwork.com, and start typing for your friend, like I'm connected to Mariella, right? You can start typing in their name and you can find them. I just want to show you how to do it. It's
You know
so
what's funny is like Jacob is actually doing work probably right now. I think that's why he's on the show too. So it's gonna be slow. My bad. You know, my bad. Yeah, you know what? This is my problem, Ariel. I got the worst timing for everything.
Well, anyways, eventually, if you're not running a live show, this
You
will
know what
spin.
though? I mean, I don't want to talk about the Service Professionals Network, but you know, since you kind of brought it up, we are going to be doing the app here. Jacob Warren with Warren Research. I'll pop the link down there. He's actually we're going to have a whole new site within a week or so, and then from there
Nice.
we're going to be working on the app. So yeah, you know, I told the guy, I said, if you're doing the development, I'm going to tell people you built the site. You might as well just take over because I think it looks like crap.
I'm excited.
Well,
'cause
I would like to
video
give
on
you
Facebook.
one tip for the new site, if I may.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always going to take your advice. You know,
If I want to log in or if new members want to sign up, add one more step. Click
captcha?
on the right side up dog or the traffic lights or something. So you
He's
prove
got all
you are,
kinds of stuff. He's got a list of things he's going to do. I'm telling you, it's going to be a whole.
so
different
that you prove you are an actual human being and not a bot that's
Well,
trying
you know,
to.
we actually do a lot of things. Like we scan people's IPs, we scan where you're coming from, and you
Good.
know, the captcha. Actually, a lot of people, even when they're human, that causes the biggest nightmare for us.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you that sometimes Service Professionals Network actually thinks I'm not human.
We have a lot of
But you're a
spankers.
superhuman.
It happens
It's all,
sometimes.
hey, I'm a one-man shop. Do you know how many phone calls I get for that? Oh, I can't figure out the captcha.
Yeah. I love this site. You can do a lot of stuff. But look, if you guys are looking for Mariella, you can find her all over. What I love about this for a lot of things, look, I can come here.
You're
and
getting
I
me excited about this, Ira, because
I can,
you know
I
one
can
thing she
find,
does well.
I can find everything out about her right here, including where she is on these other sites. So if I want to come to Twitter and support her or find her on Facebook and friend her, I mean, Mariella and I are already connected on all these, but I'm just saying, right? I mean, if you're making connections with people, like you're using Linktree, for example, because you don't, it's a free way to help people find you. You can use this site the same way. So I love it. Anyways, back to the show.
Hey, we got Ash is up here. We gotta get him up here too, man. He's a new SPN member. He's been active in my feed.
Yeah, Ash is cool. I've known Ash for a while. You guys are
Really?
all invited.
I'm learning things.
You guys are all invited to join the show. If you want to come on camera with us, there's no fee. What are we going to do? We're going to ask you questions. We're going to talk about you. We're going to talk about what you're trying to accomplish. We're going to spotlight you anywhere I know you exist. And if you say, hey, Ira, can you bring up my Instagram account or my Twitter account? I'll bring that up too. Look, Mike and I are friends. We talk all the time. Really, Mike and I are kind of like yin and yang. I'm vanilla. He's chocolate. In the twins, I hate this because I'm DeVito and he's Schwarzenegger, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. He's 6'5", I'm 5'8", so
You know what? The first time you said that DeVito line, I literally almost peed my pants and dropped it. Because like anybody knows me, I always got my laptop on my lap because it's a laptop and that's the way I roll. But I literally, dude, I had to run to the bathroom so fast I was just dying. I can't believe I just said that. So
for people who are listening and watching us right now, just know I met Ira personally. I've met Mike through talking to him. We've become great friends. They are all about helping. They don't bite. So get your bahooties up on the show so we can help you.
Hey, can we go back to Mariella's profile on SPN again? I want to show people something that's really smart about what she does, right? Because what she does that's way smarter than everybody else. I get a lot of people that will come up and they will post like LinkedIn links or they'll post something that doesn't really help them because nobody's going to click it, right? Go to her activity.
Yep.
So on her activities, guys, she uses this right because she puts this picture up there, right? And it makes a point. I can't remember what it was because I get 8,000 notifications an hour, right? But you see how it says save right there on the screen? You see that big red button? Everything that goes up on Service Professionals Network is easily saved to Pinterest. I get about, millions of clicks from Pinterest when I'm really active on there. So if you share a picture on your profile, I'm going to go, or somebody that works at Service Professionals Network will go to your profile, click your picture, hit save, and we'll put it on one of my Pinterest boards. Some of the Pinterest boards that I have access to have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So basically, when somebody goes to my Pinterest board, they see Mariella's picture, they click it, they're one click away from her profile, her links, whatever it is that she's selling. So
And since we're giving tips here, Mike, we should tell them about the Pinterest extension here. Just go ahead and add that into Chrome.
all those extensions, man. I'm sure you're using all the good ones. Hey, you see that Eugene guy? We should message him. He's smart, dude. He made a group, right? And he
This
made a
guy.
group. Yeah, that guy's smart. I was gonna tag him. You know, I got ADHD, so it's been sitting on my screen for like 2 days, right? But I was gonna tag that guy because he went and he made a group on my website for real estate industry, right? He didn't make it for like his local real estate office. He made it for like a general real estate term, right? Tomorrow or the next day, whenever my dumb ass gets around to it, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go put it everywhere. I'm gonna put a picture up. I'm gonna link that guy. I am gonna advertise that guy because he's smart. He made a group that's like something like he wants to make an information hub. That's the whole idea about social media, right? You get together, you exchange ideas, you help each other out. This guy, he wants to create a win-win. So I mean, that's what's about, right?
I just covered up my face. Here we go. Hang
That's
on.
a
There
bad idea, bro.
There it is. I'm an ugly dude. It's a good thing God gave me humor because that's about all I got going for me. Anyways, if you have a question, you're not camera ready. Look, we didn't announce that we were coming on today. And get used to it, Buttercup, because we're going to be coming at you all kinds of different days, all kinds of different times.
I didn't put any makeup on this time.
Because we're global. Our networks are global. And like right now, people are asleep in the UK, right? And
everyone's acting like they're asleep in the UK, India. Like, who's awake right now? Somebody's got to be awake.
Yeah, there's plenty of people awake. But see, like right now, it's the perfect time because the people on the East Coast aren't asleep. If I go live at my time at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, then I have trouble with people on the East Coast. So, there's always somebody asleep. There's always somebody awake. So Mike and I, instead of just having one day, one time, we decided, you know what we're going to do? We're going to come on when we feel like it. And that might
feel like it.
That might be 3 days a week, Mike. That might be 3 days a week. And it might be,
it might be 1, it might be 7. Who knows?
Yeah.
It really depends on how many people come up, how many people have fun, how many people introduce themselves. And
now, I will say this. This is the business side of Ira right here. Okay.
He's my business, people. That's why he's my business.
If you want to be a corporate sponsor and you want to, come on, but a certain day and a certain time works better for than you, talk to me off camera and we'll work that out. Right. You know what I mean? We are agreeable. Ooh, we got somebody joining. All right. When you're ready, I'm going to turn you on live. Okay.
Yeah. Just woke up, man. I always just woke up.
You do the behind the scenes stuff, and I don't want to show people when you're like prepping because that's not nice. But.
And if I may add one more thing, if it helps anybody, I speak fluently Greek, German, and English. If you want anything translated for other countries or your blogs, or I would be happy to help you.
Oh, here's somebody I've never met before. She's in trouble.
Mike speaks THCP. Is that it? THCP.
I barely speak English, man.
I was trying to be funny and speak code for like pot. I should have just said 420.
HTTP.
HTTP.
Hey,
Mariella speaks HTTP.
I grew up in the toe of the ghetto, man. I can talk to anybody, so let's.
I speak sarcasm. Amna, you are on mute. There you go.
No. I thought you said something about being on mute in the beginning, so I was.
Oh no! You know what it is? For the people that have the show on when they're watching.
Are you sure it's on my camera? How come your head looks normal? My head looks big.
Well, I am.
There's not just one easy answer for that, Mike. But if you push it further away from you, that'll help.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Especially with the way Mike looks.
AirPods help, because then I can, just move farther away and it'll be fine. I'm a Zoom pro. I'm on Zoom meetings all the time, so I have my corner of the room set up for that.
I really like your wall paint. That's cool.
The show, we stream about 30 seconds to 60 seconds ahead of what is broadcast because it's got a relay through StreamYard. And so when you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn, and we're live on all three, there is just a little bit of delay. So when you're watching it live, the sound's different. It doesn't sync. So that's where it throws people off. So when you come on the show, you just want to make sure you mute the show on your computer so you're with us present. And then when it broadcasts live, everything will be fine.
That's awesome, right. Because you asked to click on the link, and I was using it on the phone on LinkedIn, and I couldn't. It's not clickable, So I had to remember the word after the thing, and then type it up over there. But yeah,
Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that, but we're glad to have you. Now, this is the first time that we've spoke. I'm going to tell me where are you from? What do you do?
Yeah, we spoke briefly long time ago. I mean, I started following you from Clubhouse, and we were in a couple of rooms over there and everything.
Clubhouse. You gotta follow me.
Yes.
I follow you. Let's do this.
Okay, awesome. I will. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's like Clubhouse is like kind of like slow these days. I go there, but I don't really see any good rooms.
It's gonna liven
Yeah.
up. I have a feeling.
Well, we should do something over there.
Hey, we're making an SPN room. We're gonna start doing speed networking. I'll do speed networking anywhere. I'm kind of a social media floozy. I don't know if I can say that. Can I say that? But I like to get around. I'll be on Clubhouse. We'll be wherever you guys want to be. Follow me. I follow you. Win-win. I mean,
definitely.
Hey, would you join an SPN room or a project helping?
I actually was looking at the app, like the website you're showing and talking about the app, and it was interesting. So that's why I came up here. And I'm like,
thank you.
Want to know more about it. Do I have to introduce myself first? Is that how it works?
Yes. Okay. Nobody wants to hear me. These poor people. I've been talking about my head for 20 minutes. Yes, save me. Throw a rope down. Start talking.
Okay. All right, everyone. I'm Amna Razak. I'm based in Dallas, Texas. I work I'm a creative director and a managing partner with Brandbeat Advertising. It's an advertising and marketing agency based out of Dubai. Been in business for 10 years. I joined them recently, about 6 months ago, but they have been around. And I'm a mom of 5, and just graphic design and web design has been my thing for a while.
Sorry. I'm a little bit slow, so every once in a while I have to interject. You can't go that fast, especially over bullet points of wait. You listed like 82 job titles, right? And then you're like, oh yeah, I'm a mother of 5, and just kept going. You know what I mean? Like
let's just throw this out there. That's a lot.
Like I'm like, I don't even have kids. I don't know how you do this.
Okay. The thing is, you just have to give up on sleep, and once you take care of that, everything becomes very easy. Everything is manageable.
Sleeper. I only sleep 2 hours a night anyway.
That's a problem. That's a problem. No. I mean, I sleep like 4 to 5 hours, and but if you could give 90 to 20 hours to everything, and then I'm sorry about the background noise. The proof that I am a mother of 5.
I was just about to say, here's the proof.
I have 8 kids. Nobody ever will have to apologize for any background noise from their children. I promise you.
This is how Ira started. I remember back in
So Anna, okay, back to Dallas, Texas. I got like 15,000 people connected with me. Justin, like half my first degrees in Dallas, Texas. Was my first guy.
Nice.
Not only that, but my friend Don Williams and Craig Wasselcheck, they're in the Entrepreneurs Organization down there. They do a lot of local stuff, and we also have Michael Palmer, who's doing that thing for the vets down there in Dallas Fort Worth. So I mean, we're gonna get you in touch with all kinds of people. But
we definitely have to be connected. Yes.
Like I said, I'm really slow. I've taken a lot of punches in the dome over the years. I've fallen down a few sets of stairs, and I smoke way too much pot. So can you please, I'm not asking you to break out the crayons, but can you go over what you do again?
Yes, so I work with an advertising agency. I'm the creative director. Before that, I was like a freelance graphic designer, web designer for a while. Now I'm like, just working fuller time, you can say. But
fuller time. You're telling me to sleep. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bust your chops here, but I'm just
no. It's okay.
I'm having trouble finding your profile on LinkedIn.
Okay, so it's Amna Razak.
I'll tell you what, Anna, would you do me a favor when you get a chance? Can you put your LinkedIn link in the comments? And also,
because I want to
follow your company page, because I can already tell you're a good advertiser because you're smart enough to get on here. Like I told Ira a few years ago, when we first started talking, I made this really asinine post where it's like, hey, smart people call me, right? I still believe that. I'm still pretentious. I still got the ego. You're like the second guest up here. Mary Allah, she had the inside track. So Joe, you are first organic guest on the relaunching of Speed Networking with Mike and Ira. So we want to give you all the love you can, man. Put your company page up there, put up your website. Speaking of website design, what types of websites did you build? Were you on Drupal or were you on WordPress? Or you kind of do it all?
We generally do with WordPress. That works for us. WordPress and Elementor is our really cup of tea. The thing is, because my team is basically based in Dubai and Pakistan, so
that's where some of the smartest people are.
Yeah, so we have a big team, compared to like agencies around here. So we have like about 6 developers and about 8 graphic designers and everything. So so we kind of like just have everything in our arsenal. I mean, actually, in that part of the world, in Dubai especially, and in Pakistan too, TVC ads are still a huge thing. Almost everybody wants a TVC ad, so we do a lot of those
Really?
things as well, storyboards, and like even like have cameramen and everything. So we do the whole thing over there. But
That's
it,
really
I think
interesting, though.
yeah, but every customer is different. Like we've been working with a skincare brand, so there's a lot more going into just the photography of it, the background story of it, and then some getting a. So there's a lot of like almost new photography and everything involved in
You
there
sound
too.
like Ira, like you just do a little bit of everything. But I mean, that's a lot of mouths to feed. So
That's the world of marketing, guys. If you're in the
Exactly.
market space, you have to look. I was at the mall today. No joke, with this bad boy taking pictures while I was talking to Mike on the phone. I was in a sports goods store looking at jerseys, and I was walking around taking pictures. I mean, that's our life.
Yeah.
Media
Exactly, and I feel like that this really like fits in with my personality because I get bored fast. So with this, I feel like I am like running a new business every couple of months, right? So you're in a project.
At least I'm not running around like this all day, right? I mean, sometimes I feel like you got to have them both going. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think what I'm really enjoying is that. But before I used to do a lot of freelance stuff, and that was fun too. But now it's like it's bigger because now I can just give the direction and they can do the work and just check it and we can go with it. I still do a lot of copywriting myself. So because
I used to love copywriting, but man, that gets taxing after a while. I couldn't even imagine doing that with 5 kids too.
Get over it. It's okay. They're alive. They're alive and fed, and that's okay. It's okay.
You're still 5 for 5, I take it. That you're not 5 for 6 now.
What's the range? What's the range of the kids, Amna?
Kids. My eldest is turning 16 this month, so that means I'll be like bankrupt by the end of the month, because she wants an amazing sweet 16.
You better get some more CBT ads going.
So it's 16, 12, 9, 5, and 3.
Woo! You got a terrible 3. Everybody thinks it's terrible 2s. 3 is where it's at. Like
my 3, I mean, I'm scared of her. I'm scared of her seriously. Like she's not exactly like she's a girl. She's not crazy like breaking stuff or anything. But oh my god,
are you saying all girls are crazy? Like I felt like
no. I'm saying like generally girls are not crazy.
The youngest is almost always crazy, even in our house. So we've got 8 kids total, but there's 7 currently living in the house because number 7's about to go back to college, but she's been home helping with my 13-year-old who had the health problems.
Man, you raised some good people.
But the 7-year-old, my youngest is 7. She's a terror, and I would love to tell you, Amna, that it calms down and they get better, but no, my 7-year-old will go and punch my 17-year-old, no problem.
Oh wow!
Sounds like your friend Virginia.
Yeah, don't mess with them. Some of those. Anyways, I'm not going to get myself in trouble either, Mike. I'm going to just.
Can we just? Can we go back? Nobody heard me say anything about Virginia. That lady.
I didn't hear nothing. Coach B, I love you. Actually, I'm going to be.
I love her too, Virginia. I'm sorry.
I'm going to be designing a.
Okay, let's not change the subject. But hi, Joe.
Yeah, Joe snuck in there. Joe, the finance guy. Go to joethefinanceguy.com. No, while you introduce yourself, I'm going to bring up your website. We're gonna.
I have to introduce myself. Oh wow!
Yes, sir. Because there might be one person out there who doesn't know who you are. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there are some. I'm sure. However, before I start anything, I just want to put it out. I mean, Ira, are you on yours? All the thoughts and ideas expressed that I'm about to talk about right now has nothing to do with the SEMA or Rent-A-Center at all. I just
all about Joe the finance guy.
Yeah, everything that Joe the finance guy stands for is all me, not anything.
Are you ready? Watch this.
Yeah, I'm ready. Here you go. Thank you. I knew you still had it on there.
Launch away, brother.
Do I need a disclaimer? Where's my attorney? I
need one for Mike that says if you hear a bong in the background, it's not really a bong. It's just
my gosh! Wow.
A sound effect.
Bringing back those days. But anyways, no, I'm doing good. As you guys know, I know you and Mike know that on January 4th of this year, 2022, Joe the Finance Guy, the logo and the verbiage became trademarked.
I mean, that's cool, man. You know,
Yeah,
I'd love to talk about that a little bit, Joe.
Yeah, go ahead.
You had to hire a lawyer and get that all.
I did have to hire a lawyer. I got the referral from Erica Warfield, who gave me Charlotte Capulet out of Texas, who helped me because I wanted. And one of the good things I wanted it done out there. Hi, Kenneth.
Kenneth, come on the show, bro. Click the link.
I wanted it.
Man, I want to talk to this guy.
Kenneth, you got to come on, bro.
Interesting comments.
I've
been wanting to get this guy one-on-one with me forever.
Look, Kenneth is amazing, and
Kenneth
doesn't want to come and do karaoke with us, but Kenneth.
No. We got to savor the flavor here, buddy. Get your ass up here. Let's go.
Let's do it.
He's got no choice. I will hunt this man down.
He's in Texas.
Huh?
Yes.
You're
gonna come with me.
There were other reasons why I wanted it in Texas, so to make it easier for anybody that wanted to say that it was theirs, not mine. Yeah. So I just wanted to make it easy for them.
Hey, you know what? It's really cool that you got out from underneath that umbrella, and that you're. I mean, isn't it just feel like a great weight off your shoulders, and you even look lighter and happier, dude?
It is a little bit because it's the rumor mill. In the corporate world, you have so much.
I don't want to know anything about that, Joe.
I know. Well, but the rumor mill out there, and then people saying, well, this, that. And thank God I have really great people. The OG that I used to, and I still work with on ASEMA, but the original place I worked at. And they were so supportive and helping and just great people. So
Nick, hop on, bro. We got room. We got room for Mr. Dorsey.
So Joe,
yes,
your Seahawks won this weekend. You can jump.
I'm really proud of you, man, because that's score one for the big guys or the little guys. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
we're going to be the big guys. So I'm really glad for you, dude. That's awesome.
And some of the things that I got planned, Mike, is that now with the book that I'm in the middle of writing.
Everyone's writing a book but me.
I'm writing the book. It's a two-folder though. It's a little bit of a memoir, not memoir, but things that are happening. But I'm trying to put a funny twist on it, of especially when you have a company that gets bought by a huge company, and trying to just make it a funny things that happen. Almost like, do you remember The Office and the Bobs?
Yeah.
Or Office Space, excuse me, and the Bobs.
The TPS report.
Yeah, Anna, am I seeing you just had a birthday?
Who?
What birthday? You just commented on that. This Michael guy had a birthday. Anna, I am glad to connect with you. If it doesn't go through, I will try again.
I just accepted your connection.
Look, I'm sorry to change the subject on you. Her profile picture, you can tell this lady is an advertisement because I
want to tell you something. Okay, and you know this.
You muted us again.
I muted you?
No, she's muted herself.
No, I muted myself. I'm sorry.
So that's okay. Here, check this out.
I see a problem here, though, Ira. I see a huge problem. Do you want to know what the problem is? She's an advertisement. She only has 193 connections. We got to work on it.
We'll help.
I'm new on like.
Look, we just changed that because you see where that says first.
Yeah.
Up, that said.
Oh
second.
yeah, no, it's gonna change. Anna,
that said second because I hadn't accepted her request. I made room.
Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family.
Yeah, you know what?
Thank you guys.
I want to tell everybody. For those of you who don't know,
good starting point.
LinkedIn has a connection limit. You can connect to 30,000 people. I know it sounds like a lot, but when you do what I do, it's actually not all that many.
I had to go delete Joe to take your invite.
But I don't connect. I don't connect with most people who send me connection requests. They sit in a holding cell, and that just is what it is. But I do make room for people who make sense and believe in win-win networking. And Amna proved she does because she talked about Clubhouse, which I had totally.
Hey, can we talk about deleting people for a second? We're going to talk about, if you don't mind, deleting people.
No, go ahead. Like we talk about it all the time. We have a strategy.
We're going to talk about rumors, and we're going to talk about deleting people, and we're going to talk about dropping the rope for a second, if you guys don't mind. I told everybody we're going to talk about other people here for a second, but I'm going to try and make this relatable. Joe, this guy had to go to court. He had to get a trademark. We're getting Mike Cameron up here, buddy. We're getting his introvert ass up here. Anyway,
Come on.
this dude had to go to court, right? Because of the rumors and the
Gene.
people. Nobody
Gene.
wants the small guy. Nobody wants the small guy or gal to rise up. Nobody wants the guy that's not the big household brand. Nobody wants Joe the finance guy to become Joe the finance guy and everybody knows who he is. Nobody wants that, right? I'm rooting for you. I always root for the small people. I will gladly go remove somebody with 1 million connections for somebody with 193. If that person with 193 comes on my show or Ira's show and treats us with respect, gives us the time, puts up with my weirdness, you know what I mean? Like
I just did it.
You're in this.
I just did it.
This
right
girl
now.
in it to win it. I'm gonna go delete every person, okay, that's not on my website, that's not on my group, that's not helping me, that's not in my feed. Hey, look, I got what you call borrowed time, okay? The clock doesn't start ticking until you start taking advantage of me. If you're the type of person that gets me into a group chat with 52 people I don't know just to ask me for a like when I make myself accessible like this every single way, you got 48 hours to go post something on my website, or I'm going to delete you for the next Anna. That's just
Mariella wants to pop in there.
I want to say something since we're talking about speed networking.
I'm sorry, I got worked up again.
No, please.
I lost a bet here because we were going to say I was going to get worked up first with the Raiders stuff. The win-win got me. Joe, damn it, you got me with the small business stuff, man.
Sorry.
I lost $5.
So, if you want people to actually click on your profile and find you, never write www.linkedin.com. Look in the private chat, Amna's thing, and what I wrote underneath. If you start with the HTTPS :/, it becomes a secure link automatically. Make sure you do that so you gain more followers. If you just put the www, it's not a link. Nobody can find you.
Oh, thank you.
So where are you saying, and Marielle? And first off,
so it's in the private chat. Only people on the show can see that. So if you want to see what Marielle is talking about, join the show, and then you'll get back end access to our conversation behind the scenes. Let me do this though, real quick before we get.
Ira, can I ask her the question about that?
Of course.
Where are you saying to put it on our LinkedIn profile, or when we're chatting with somebody?
Anywhere, everywhere.
Chats and people that you meet.
You guys want a little tip?
Do you know while you're on a show and you're on the live chat and you want to connect with people and you add, this is my profile, follow me.
Time out, guys. Time out. Okay. Everybody here is familiar with Linktree, right?
Yes.
Everybody uses Linktree, right? Do you know what the great thing about Linktree is? Okay. You can put your name, address, and phone number up on Linktree, no problem, right? I call it naps. You got to take naps wherever you can. Somebody said something about sleeping earlier. It's the same thing. Like the old punk rock bands before the internet, they had to go put their bumper sticker everywhere. Any place that you can put your name, address, phone number, and website address, you should do it. Whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Service Professionals Network, whether it's Bernie Fussenegger's Career Barn, whether it's ProjectHelpYouGrow.com, anywhere that you can put your naps, you're taking a nap, you should. You know what I mean? Think about it. It's just logical business, right? Not only that, but the whole world works off a web, right? A web of links, right? So the more things are linking back to you and the bigger your web are, the more people can find you. Somebody asked me about Alignable. They're like, Michael, are you on Alignable? I'm like, man, there's like 200 people ask me if I'm on Alignable. Now, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but when 200 people ask you if you're on the same website, you're like, it's kind of like having the #1 movie in America. How bad can it be? Right?
Yeah.
So then I go on Alignable, right? This week I joined Alignable. As within the 5 minutes I joined it, I get a couple reviews, I get a couple testimonials. Not only that, but you want to hear something funny, Joe? Two people that I have disconnected from because they didn't join my website on LinkedIn. I removed them from my network. One lady back in like 2015, one person back in 2018, right? I deleted them because they didn't join my site. I go talk to them on Alignable, and they're like, hey, weren't we connected at some point? I'm like, yeah. They're like, well, why'd you delete me? I said, you probably didn't join my site. Guess what? They both joined my site. They're both going to be highlighted tomorrow or the next day because that's win-win. You know what I mean? Yep. Like it's business. Like you're here, Joe, to talk about comic books, or you're here because you want to talk about Joe, the finance guy, right? Anna's not here to talk about me and my charming ass. She wants to get some advertisement money going. That's why
Joe would like to talk about both, in full disclosure.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
And Batman.
Background, Mike. I'll talk about it all.
Batman sucks. Superman rules. Hey, Mike just talked about win-win networking, right? And how it was kind of long if you followed it.
Sorry.
But that's okay. It was actually really good. And we got another person who just
I should have smoked more weed and less energy shot.
here's what we want to do. Hang on, people. I'm moving people around a little bit because if your camera, I'm gonna try and make everybody fit so we can see your faces. All right, but here's the deal. Sometimes people go, I can't connect with you because you're not in my vertical market. Or I can't connect with you because we're perceived competitors. Like Amna and I are both in digital media, right? The reason why I didn't connect with her was not because she's in my field or I see her as a threat, because frankly, I didn't recognize that she was win-win.
Tell me you think small without telling me you think small.
Right. So when I heard her say that we were on Clubhouse calls together, and then she was smart enough to be on my show when I said, if you want to join, click here. That's all I'm looking for with people to network with, is people who understand. Speaking of win-win, the guy who just joined, the other Mike. Hey, the other Mike. This is a guy who joined SPN's group and started catching my attention. Now, look, I have hundreds of thousands of followers, and I'm trying to big time.
197. It's crazy.
And that's just on one That's just on one profile on one platform.
How many you got on Instagram now? It blew my mind.
75,000 and something. I don't know.
What? No
Yeah.
way. You do not have 75,000. No, come on. Are you serious?
Seriously.
How is everybody all of a sudden more interested in me?
I don't know, because I take good pictures.
Ira does those great photos, though. I mean,
Yeah,
you can't win.
Oh,
you can't
man.
win doing without doing the images like he does.
What you call tag? I don't even know your tag, man.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'm at 76.7.
What's your thing?
Wow.
Some of those
So,
night
what's
shots that you
hashtag?
did are
Iron
just
and
crazy
Bowman?
good.
This is
Yeah,
the
so
person.
like, I mean, I take some shots.
Yeah, you got some great shots on there, dude.
Are you gonna start putting those pictures on SPN or what?
Yeah, I will, as soon as Jacob gets it all going.
Yeah.
Jacob Warren.
I love Jacob Warren from Warren Research, but he's got to get his, you know what I mean. He's got to zip it all up. At least I can post again. I got locked out of posting because I was using too many hashtags. But anyways, all right. But I do want to go back to this point, because this is the point of the show, guys. Right? Speed networking. The way you're going to network with people.
I followed you on Instagram.
That's awesome.
I can't believe I didn't follow you on him. You're the worst friend ever.
You don't have to Mike's point, and I agree with this. And Damon will tell you he does the same thing. It's not about your network size that's going to get me excited. It's about how much you participate, and you're not just, like Mike said, I got put in a group chat with somebody, dropped in randomly. They didn't ask me. They just dropped me in and said, hey, can you comment or like or share my post? And it's like, I don't know you.
And then I asked the guy, like, you want to come up on our live? He's like, no, I don't got time for that. You know,
I never see you around. Like, yeah, I'm going to make room for somebody who wants to participate. So when you show up in comments and, you know, people see you, then
people see I'm rude.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. We've got to introduce, we got two introductions to make here. We got to introduce Damon, who's a co-founder of Exit Your Way, and I had to exit your way up for just a second. I'm going to pull it back up. I switched over.
I just noticed, we got to work on the formatting again, too. I've been messing with things.
Let's see. Okay.
You got to hire Jacob.
This is Exit Your Way. If you're not familiar with Exit Your Way is a business consulting firm that will help you increase the value of your business and then help you exit and actually sell it successfully. So Damon, the last time you were on, I think was the New Year's Eve show with me.
Yeah.
We didn't do it justice, because actually Mike and I talked about it after you left. The thing that I love about Exit Your Way is it's not just like a 1 or 2 man band. You have this whole series, over 30, I believe, consultants.
I mean, that's what I've spent my time networking doing. You know, I try to find the best of the best that can help people. I mean, and today, I mean, I talk to new people every day. You got to go on networking. I talk to at least 5 people that I've not met before every week, and they're usually working with business owners. Today, I talked to Veronica Jones, the Shopify queen, and I'm telling you, this lady knows Shopify, and I'm blown away by these people that are out there that can help business people. So when people come to me, I've got all kinds of resources that it's like, okay, you've got this kind of business, we got resources.
Michael just stole the words right out of my fingertips here, Mike. I was about to type that exact thing.
What's
Michael
that?
Gordon is a sales professional out of, I want to say Arkansas. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. But anyways, this guy, he was looking for a job. I don't know if he still is. But anyways, come on the show, man.
Yeah.
You're just rude to our friends. I cut off Mariola. You cut off Damon. I mean,
No, that's cool.
Damon,
dude.
Damon,
Comments
stop.
comments are one of those things where you kind of have to. Sometimes you just have to like
Work
blurt it
through
out.
them, man.
Yeah.
All
right, but anyways, here's was my
Where'd
point.
Damon's face go? Did he just go? Oh,
What exit your way is amazing because it's not just like you're talking to just Damon or just Andrew Cross, right? You're talking to they have so many different people that are experts in so many different parts of the business. Like anything you need an app built, you need to fix your accounting, you've got legal issues. I mean, it just doesn't matter. And one of the things that I learned when I was working directly with Exit Your Way was that 80% of businesses who go to sell can't. And that statistic like floored me. I'm like, what? They put them up for sale and nobody buys it? Like, yeah. And here was the reason why. Because a lot of those business owners, when you take them out, their business is gone. Because it's everything's the owner. You can't usurp them. So what Exit Your Way does is they come in and they implement somebody to become basically the new like figurehead, and they lead stuff, and then the founder gets put over in a visionary role, and then eventually you can get rid of
that's
them.
what they did with Service Professionals Network, right? That's how I got a hold of Jacob Warren. Jacob Warren came through Exit Your Way. Damon's like, hey man, if you want to scale this up and you want to get into dedicated hosting and really move into the next level and really challenge those other social medias, I got the guy. Right. And that's how networking works. Right. You know, I mean, I had talked to a lot of people through a lot of different channels, but the person I trusted was, you know, the people that are networked to me.
Yeah. Well,
if I could, Ira, the one thing Damon said, like he goes out and networks and finds the best of the best. And that's no different than, I mean, I learned that from all you guys when I first started, because, you know, as Joe, the finance guy, when I'm out at a retailer, you know, I'm looking for something like this. Hey, listen, I might know a guy.
Yeah.
And
well, that's how it works.
Right. And it does, because then I can refer somebody. Hey, I'm looking for somebody to do my website. Hey, listen,
people
guy.
don't even understand networking and the power it has. A couple of years ago, okay, I was driving down a highway. This was about 5 years ago before I even got big on LinkedIn. I had a much smaller network, right? I was driving by Tallahassee, Florida, and I had like a flat tire or something in my car, right? I posted something online. I was big on Twitter at the time before that account got big, blasted, because I broke the rules because I do that. But I put something out there, and within 2 minutes, I had 4 different people tweeting me, hey, man, I got my cousin Joe or I got my cousin Bob down the street. They'll come get you. What do you need? Now, granted, a cop pulled over and helped me out right away, but like that's the power of networking, you know. And at the time on Twitter, all I was doing was sharing dumb memes and jokes with people. I mean, it was raunchy, but you know, I broke down and somebody's ready to come change my tire. And people like, and years later, I'm still trying to explain to people the power of networking. Look, if you have a plumbing emergency at 2 a.m. in the morning, right, and poop is coming up through your, that is not the time to make friends with a plumber. That is not the time to make friends with a water restoration expert.
Oh, you want to
that
have
is not the time to make friends with your insurance agent, right? The time to make friends with these people is before you need their services. Like as soon as Damon came up to me at a networking event, and he's like, you know, exit strategy. I'm like, hey, I'm hoping that someday I sell my website, perhaps, or maybe go public, right? I'm going to network with this guy. So I go and I start talking to him. All of a sudden, like, oh, he's pretty reasonable. Here I am 3 years later. I got my web developer through the dude. He's my sponsor. I met Ira through him. I mean, we met. It's a circle of positive vibes, right? And there's 2 things that you can do, okay? You can get in the positive circle or you can get in the negative circle, right? And we all hear the same cliches. That's why they're cliches for a reason, right? And I choose to go after the people that are doing real business, right? And, you know, it's birds of a feather flock together, right? And I don't talk about Christianity or religion too much. That's not my thing, right? I just want to lead by example, right? And if you just look at people and what they're actually doing, the proof is always in the pudding. You know, you can look at domain authority on Ahrefs. You can look to see how much advertisement money they're spending. You know, anybody can go out and get 300,000 followers on Twitter. You know, anybody can look good on camera, right? But like, my God, how did you get 76,000 people to follow you on Instagram?
Well, I get asked that a lot. I'm gonna tell you, content matters.
Yeah, it does.
every
I gotta
platform.
step up my game.
Yeah, content matters.
Yeah.
The hashtags matter. The ats matter. Who you tag.
I'm gonna start following you. I just did follow you. That's no lie. You know,
I don't believe that, dude.
I just did,
I
dude.
don't believe it.
We're competitive. People think we're not competitive, right? Do you know how long we had to fight?
Mike and
We did best
I
of 72 with tic-tac-toe to see if it was speed networking with Ira and Mike or speed networking with Mike and Ira. I think that's the only thing I beat him at now. I don't beat him in Instagram or LinkedIn, obviously.
I'm totally a slacker on what am I even on?
I think you got me on a line.
Now I'm going to have to look. I just posted something today. I posted that teamwork thing, the 2 Bs, on Instagram. And, you know, I haven't been on Instagram in, forever. I mean, Damon.
Anna,
I'm going to tell you something. That
Anna, you got 76,000 people on Instagram. Please don't tell me you're kicking my ass on Instagram too, because I made
let me tell you.
I made fun of her for having 193 connections on LinkedIn.
Let me tell you, everybody.
This is great.
But everybody thinks that my favorite platform is LinkedIn, but it's not. I love Instagram way more than I love LinkedIn. Why? Because photography is like my sweet creative.
Oh, come on, man! It's that dopamine.
Instagram
6,000 likes. Oh man!
I want to have an empire on Instagram, right?
I only have 270 followers. That's it.
I'm beating Mariella. I got 1,100. Yes, Anna.
All right,
look at it that way.
We're gonna have to start a group chat later. We're all gonna start.
When I look
at the math here, Anna, you in?
How can I help you guys build your Instagram? I'm gonna start tagging you and stuff.
I don't know why I'm messing with Anna on this Instagram thing. Do you see her profile picture on LinkedIn? I'm so screwed. I'm so done in the water.
All right, we have one more guest we haven't introduced yet. Mike, you are on mute. I don't know if you know that, but you're on mute. So if you want to come off mute,
you know, I meant my ADHD was running wild tonight with the Instagram. So I can't get over the 76,000, but I meant to bring it up like 82 times.
I would just want to be completely transparent with everybody. Before the show, the pre-show, Mike and I were talking on the phone, and I thought, oh my God, he is going to run me over tonight because he was so fired up. He was reminding me of Ric Flair, the Natural. He was like, I'm so like, oh my gosh! So I was like, I better eat some sugar so I can.
I thought I had to take a couple edibles.
All right.
I'm actually counting this as my hour. You know how I do my hour in the morning and hour at night?
This is a good way to do it.
This is how I'm counting my hour, Mike, because and plus I can't even go back through. Do you know how many shares? Like how you taught me, Ira, to go back and thank everybody. Woo! I got 300 shares on my post. I can't go back tonight. That would take me too long.
All right, so
that's a lot.
We got this Michael we got to talk to, and we got to get Michael Gordon up here. Sorry to cut you off, Joe.
I don't know that Michael Gordon's coming on, but I want him to. But Mike, how do you say your last name? Asherbrenner.
Asherbrenner. Yeah, very close.
Asherbrenner. Okay.
It's German, so if you say it real loud and angry, it flows better.
Asherbrenner.
Mariella got it right there.
I have dyslexia, which I can barely get out of my mouth. So I struggle with all this stuff, guys. I had a guy actually another way to get on my good side. So like I do typos. You probably see them all the time if you're following me for more than 5 minutes. Or I go, yeah, Ira, you every single post or comment you make typos. I do. But the people who I really appreciate are the ones who try to point it out without embarrassing me. That's so nice. So he sends me a comment and he goes, hey, I don't know if you know, but you have a typo and I know like you make your living online. So I just wanted to, let you know so you can fix it. And I said, hey, thank you very much. So again, like Amna, he had sent me a friend request. I'm like, okay, here's a guy that I'm gonna give a shot in that 30. So I bumped somebody else out and I put him in. Mike, you are in my network because I started seeing you in my comments like all over the place. I'm like, how can I not reward somebody who's actively trying to support and help me out? So that's where now you see me in your comments and we're directly connected.
197,000 people, right? We're not talking about the 76,000 on Instagram, right? But like that is a full cup, right? And what the problem is with most people is they walk up to the ATM and they try to put the card in without putting in any deposits, right? And I can tell this guy Mike here is a good financial guy because he came up to me and he's like, hey man, I want I want to earn it. What do? I'm like, oh, engage, comment. Next thing I know, this guy's making posts about Etch-a-Sketch. He's making everybody laugh.
Yeah.
I know.
The Etch-a-Sketch crew.
I'm telling you, he's going to be the next creep that passes me here. I'm happy for him and mad all at the same time. I'm going to be losing to this guy on Instagram too before you know it.
I thought the Etch-a-Sketch, the Cabbage Patch, I mean, everything was going back. Mike, I wanted to clarify something. I don't have or ever had a Care Bear. However, I do know.
You saw that, didn't you? You saw that my comment about I just gave my Care Bear. I don't care. I'm secure. I don't care.
Know what that really is? Mike is just letting us know as a kid he got his ass whooped a couple times.
Why did you think I turned out to be a cage fighter, man? A couple
or he learned to be the boy named Sue, if you want to.
Hey, the first time I did jiu-jitsu, did I ever tell you I got choked out by a 115-pound Brazilian chick? She choked me unconscious. My brother Pat was laughing at me because we're both like 285-pound wrestlers, all testosterone up, right? He's laughing at me as I'm coming to. He's like, she just choked you out, right? And he's poking me in the chest. This girl grabs his by the wrist, and the next thing I know, she jumps up on his head and she chokes him unconscious. And then so like 20 seconds later, I'm like waking him up. I'm like, yeah, she just choked you out, and that's how we fell in love with jiu-jitsu.
This is me too, but I never watched this movie. Like, I just don't get it.
You've never seen Gremlins 2?
I've not seen the first one all the way through. I couldn't understand why anybody sit down for the second one.
Ira commented. He said, "Not my cup of tea" or something.
What?
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I can't believe any of my shit is on your radar, man. You're so.
You all know that I drink coffee nonstop, so I could have done.
Hold on 1 second. How does a guy who doesn't even like Gremlins? How do you find how to be relatable enough to get this many followers? You don't like Gremlins? Come on. There's like the guy who told me last week he doesn't like movies.
The thing gets wet and it becomes angry. I just don't.
Yeah.
No,
I never got the whole thing.
And become angry. He gets wet and
multiplies.
I'm with comic book guy.
I just don't get it. But I'll tell you that this. First of all, Joseph, this is a Joe post. This was awesome. If you haven't seen,
I like that one.
These bees work together.
I couldn't even believe that when I was watching it last night. I was going, there's no way they're going to get that lid off.
They turn the thing. They don't just flip it up. They turn
This is the power. Look, win-win networking in action right there, dude.
That's crazy. So, but anyways, where is he shares a lot, which I really appreciate. But this is the one we're talking about.
Care Bear's there.
Now, look, there were Care Bears.
How happy my niece was that she got some Care Bears.
Care Bears were in my house. You know what I said about Care Bears? We use these things for two different things as in my house, right? It was targets for the real toys, or they were like the hostages in the story. You're paying.
People think I'm the creepy one.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and what I find interesting is the only one that commented on my. You're not going to admit that you had a Care Bear, just like you're not going to admit that you wet the bed was Tina.
I'm 43, man. I'm worried about wetting the bed every day.
He still lays plastic down.
This is the one.
I commented on your post.
This is the one. This is my favorite.
I don't know if I saw that one.
Look, this one. I still think these are the coolest things ever. I remember these. These were.
Yeah.
Now, I can tell you, I was in 3rd grade when these came out.
Well, that takes me back to college.
My camera fell. That's kind of funny. Anyways, no, it's these Garbage Pail Kid cards. They were a big thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought Mike was a toy collector or a toy seller. So I'm going like this, going, "Oh my god, I gotta connect with this guy."
Oh, this guy,
That's right up Joe's alley.
Yeah, look over Joe's shoulder.
Everybody's stealing my thunder.
Yeah. Look over my shoulder. I mean, I got everything, and this is just part of it.
Oh, yeah. Joe, you gotta bring up the Batman suit.
Oh, I'll let Ira do it.
He's got Iron Man too now.
No, I canceled that.
Ira, did you ask me a question?
I did, but we got off track, which is it's what happens. So what I wanted,
I blame Damon.
Sorry, man. It's what happens. All right. So what I want to do is I just want to introduce you a little bit. So you're in Louisville, and this is actually new to me too, just in case you all are curious, because I honestly haven't looked at his profile yet. So what do you do for a living, Michael? I don't even know. I don't even know.
So
I run a financial coaching business. And
Okay.
most of what I do is teaching and training people. So we do two things fundamentally. We teach families, business owners, how to become financially free, whether you live too long or die too young. Ira, which one's going to happen, buddy? Are you
Well,
sure?
I'm not too young anymore, so it's gonna have to be the opposite. And I got to feed them kids, so
right. And we don't know. And so what? Long story short, what we found is that wealthy people have no shortages of cats that'll come out. They'll charge $500,000, $10,000 a pop. They'll go to work, put together a game plan, look at your business and your personal. Be there the rest of your life and put together that top notch. Well, what about the other 95% of people like me, pink neck, trailer park grown, firefighter? We're out of loop. We get sold crap from people that sell us crap because we're ignorant. Yeah. And so the great thing is that I left that industry and UPS and firefighting. Really got sick.
You were a firefighter. Hold on. Stop. Okay, we're gonna make a new rule here, Ira. We gotta get a buzzer or something. When people say cool stuff like mother, firefighter, we got
everything. Like, wait, I can do a graphic.
Yeah, no, we gotta get me
I'm gonna do a graphic. It'll be something like what?
Yeah, no, I need a button, man. Firefighter. What? Like people think I'm crazy because I used to fight in cages. Who the hell runs into a fire?
Man, you got to be off your rocker, man.
Yeah, I like people. I don't like people that much. I like bacon too, but there's only one of them I want to see burnt.
That's why I don't do it anymore. I mean, because you ever see an old punched out boxer, all stupid looking? That's what a fireman at your back.
You're looking at one.
Oh my god!
I was about to say.
Yeah, I was setting you up, Ira, and you knocked it.
This hair didn't happen on its own.
Mike was 3-0 at one point, and then.
Yeah, the punches added up.
Hey, I told him I like to fight, but I don't like getting hit, so that's why I didn't pursue.
Apparently I did. The first guy who hit me did really good.
Everybody wants to be a fighter until they get punched in the mouth or something like that.
I tell you what, the first 3 fights were a lot cooler.
Well, just to close that out, Ira.
Yeah, please.
I just figured out that I got sick and tired of being sick and tired, working with someone else's thumbprint on my neck, and having too much monthly end of the money. And I just, people say, well, it's hard. And I didn't want to do anything different and put myself out there in this industry of all. But I saw value in it for myself and my wife years ago. And as Mike has been teaching me and reminding me about, it was really the relationship with the vice president that I partnered with that really meant everything. I didn't understand what he was talking about. I mean, I had a business degree and didn't know anything about business. And so I'm not new to networking and reaching out, building relationships, sorting through people. Mike's just helped me figure out that it's not really that different online. For some reason, I thought there was a...
You can even be an idiot wearing a tie-dye T-shirt with a bad haircut.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't matter.
You can be 5'8". You could have buck teeth. You could have no hair. Not really that talented at anything, and still do well online. I don't know.
Who's that guy who said, "I'm just short and ugly," or "fat and ugly," and then somebody's like, "I'm following that hashtag now." I was laughing so hard. Oh man!
But it's just just being out there with people and sharing. And again, they'll come to me and if they have a question or need, or they'll look at the profile and they'll figure out I'm not a toy salesman.
Hey.
That was good, man.
I don't want to put you on the spot, right?
That was good.
I don't want you to put anybody on the spot. Right?
He does actually. He's
everybody. That was my disclaimer, and everyone's going to know how full shit I am. But anyway, Michael, you, like many people, when you first got on LinkedIn, you didn't really have a clue how to do it, right?
No.
And you were considering taking an ebook or a master class or something like that, right?
Oh yeah, I actually took classes.
You took classes, right? I wasn't gonna go that far, but so you actually took somebody's classes and you signed up for it, right? And I'm not trying to be pretentious or a big jerk. I just know you're an honest guy. We have this relationship. I feel comfortable asking you, right?
Mike,
but
you ready?
Do you feel like Ira and I helped you a little bit more in that?
Oh man, a lot more. And I'm glad you brought it up because if you don't, again, I'm hard headed, man. I could be dense and slow. So
That's why we get along.
you dancing around. That's why I like you, because you just say, "Hey, dude, here it is." I don't like dancing around trying to figure shit out. That's just me. But
I'm so glad you swore.
He's like, I'm not the only one.
The dam has broken.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad. Thank you, sir.
I do it too
I
much.
did not pay him, Ira. I swear I didn't pay him.
We know you swear that. We got that part.
It's really, here's what I always have a gut feeling. It's real simple, Mike. That's a good point. And if you guys are out there looking for people to join and teach them and help multiply this, most of us, vast majority of us, from experts and people that write books, and I would say, man, probably 95, 99%, two things about it. I always felt like they were holding something back. And it made sense if you think about it. Hey, take my master class, join this group, join that thing so you can do what I do. But it's just like my industry. If you understand something,
I'm so glad you brought that up, man. We're going to on this.
If someone relies on your expertise and you always withhold this much more than them, then they have to come back to you. And I always felt like that's what was happening, because I've been there before. And most people in my industry, that's what they do. They just keep you coming back for like a crack addict, man. Dealer. And so I knew it's almost like you see somebody jump in a car and the car moves and backs up and leaves. Well, you didn't see the inside of the car. You didn't see the steering wheel.
You didn't see him put the key in.
You didn't see nothing. You just, so you jump in the car, sit there and wonder why the hell it ain't moving.
That's how I feel when you start talking about that financial stuff, man. I have no idea how to drive the car. But, because I tell you what, who do you think I'm going to come through, right? Look, I just put this guy on the spot, right, on live, right? Why did I do that? Because I talked to him. I've been with him on other shows. I know he's cool with it, right? And I know that he's not afraid to sit in it, man. He's not afraid to sit here and have the real conversations. I'm so glad you got up here. I'm so glad that you called me, because I challenge everybody to hashtag call me, because, this guy – he makes deposits into relationships, man. He's not the type of guy that goes up and just puts the card in the ATM and asks for a take. You know what I mean? This guy gets it. I don't care what he sells. I don't care how he sells it. I know that eventually when I get my act together and I start going and invest in stuff, I'm going to be like, Mike, what do I do?
Right. And just to cap it off, Ira, not to still make it the Mike Asher Mumu show, but
oh, you're all right.
I'm sorry, you got me pumped up, man.
It's good.
Mike and Ike is a good candy. Mike and Mike is.
This is golden to me. Look, man, I don't care how rough it is. Okay, I don't care how hard the conversation is. What I want is the real. Some people say that, right? And I'll go out and I'll be the clown on LinkedIn. I'll wear the tie-dye T-shirt because I want to find the diamonds in the rough. I want to say, you know what, this guy.
Check that out, Mike. I just made that while you guys were yapping.
You need it. You need to do it. I'm telling you, I like this guy.
All right. So now that we've introduced everybody and we've had a little bit of time, everybody's got a chance to plug. I think what would be fun to do is to talk a little bit about the challenges, or if somebody has a question for Mike or me about. I don't care.
Ask me a question.
I don't care if it's
I have a question really quick. I can't even think of it right now. I'm sorry. Hey, I was gonna actually ask Mike. You work.
Man, my girl's up here. Hold on, Joe. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I was gonna say to Mike, actually, I know some of the people in Primerica here in Indianapolis. Are you over Indianapolis as a division leader?
Everywhere. I'm in Louisville, obviously, but
I believe that.
COVID, I'm everywhere in all 50 states. Again, not bragging, but I'm.
Michael, I've only known you a few weeks, but I already believe anything you got to tell me on that, man, because you're a people person. This guy gets it.
But with I'm an investment advisor, so honestly, Joe, here lately, I've been doing more business outside of Louisville than I have in the last year or two than in Louisville. Yeah, and that's a good thing, because I'll be honest. Everybody asks me, when do you think we're going to go back to normal? I said, who the hell said I want to?
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
right.
Because I can spend time with people like this, knock business out. We can
You're
be
not driving anywhere. You're not getting
Well,
speeding
it-
tickets. You're not
but I
paying
can spend
gas.
time with my family and be supercharged to get better
Yeah.
service and better network.
I mean, you might have to hide in the closet like I do, but you know, at least you're not leaving the house.
And I tell you, Ira, Damon, and Mike, the three of them know I had the most phenomenal time once, hey, you got to do everything from home. And I was signing people up left and right, talking to people and getting them to understand, listen, you can't shut down your business. There are some businesses out there that they couldn't shut down. And guess what? You got to take to social media, and being part of social media concierge, knowing Ira, know Mike, knowing Damon. There's so many people that helped me during that year during COVID. It turned out to be one of the best years yet for me. On there that helped me grow the business that I'm in as an entrepreneur right now. Did I say that right? Make it politically correct? Did that sound okay?
Yes, I think you did. I think you did.
Okay,
I think you locked it down. Now we got a new guest. Jean is somebody that I love talking to. First of all,
this is somebody I met through Ira too. So
she's an amazing human being, which if you guys aren't connected, you're gonna find out in just a minute. But let me tell you a little bit about Jean. She not only is a military spouse, which hats off, because they have if you're not familiar with the military lifestyle, the spouse has it really tough because they got to keep everything going when their partner is out, but also they got to move around all the time. And so like their job changes all the time. It's like, what a pain in the butt. So Jean, my hat's off to you. But also Jean is a win-win networker. She happens to be a recruiter. If you don't know, you're about to find out. I run a philanthropy called Project Help You Grow. I help connect job seekers to recruiters and employers across the globe. I do it for free. Been doing it since 2018. So I love talking to people like Jean because she is a recruiter. And so I can ask her questions and learn things, especially with new developing trends and how the market's going. And, like she is an expert in the military life. Obviously, she's living it. So I can ask her questions, all kinds of questions. And then as I learn, I can disseminate that information out through my network, which, as we've already discussed, there's a few people in it. So I appreciate Jean for a lot of reasons. Plus, Mike, you love this too. She is all about win-win. She's not selfish. She is a member of SPN for a reason. She gets the win-win philosophy. And for those of you watching, if you don't understand what that means to me, that means to me that you're not just sending me a link in a message somewhere saying, hey, can you share my post, or can you comment on this, or buy my book, or, can I get this sometimes? People that I haven't met in person, or somebody I've known for a long time, but they never talk to me. I never see them support me. None of that stuff. Never been a client of mine. Never sent me a referral. None of that stuff. And they say, hey, you have a huge network. We're doing this thing. Can you like make this go viral for me? And my eyes roll back and I go, really?
Yeah.
I have a menu. Here it is. Right. I don't do that to my friends. Who are my friends? The people that are my friends are the people that I see engage with my stuff. And then I want to go engage with their stuff. That's why everybody is up here on this stage. Anyways,
this is a party, right? We got what here? I'm bad at math. 8 people. Hold on a second. 8 people. We got 8 people here having a party, right? These are the people we care about because they're showing up. They're being good guests. They're telling us a little bit. They're letting everybody speak. Actually, everyone's being a better guest than I am. You know what I mean?
Catherine Contos, I got to help you. This is Catherine Contos. There is a setting in LinkedIn that you got to go and fix. Go to your profile settings and change this to allow your information to be crossed. It's over third parties, and it'll help you for Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo, StreamYard.
Or you could just join SPN or the Project Help You Grow groups. Because one thing is that if you join these groups, okay, there's thousands of people in these groups right here on LinkedIn. And I'm sure somebody here is going to be really awesome and post a link to these groups here soon. Maybe I'll do it, but I smoke a lot of pot and I forget things. But you join these groups, okay, you can instantly message everybody in the group. You don't have to connect with them, right? You don't have to get premium. That's like the advantage of the groups, right? And here, while we're talking about advantages of groups, okay, we're going to talk about advantages of groups and having company pages. The thing that makes me cringe the most, okay, is when you have a person who's like, I'm an entrepreneur I'm a business owner. And then you scroll down their profile and you see that little blank little space where their company page should be. And then you go ahead and you search it and nobody has a clickable link. If you guys think about groups, okay, and you think about company pages differently, if you think about groups and pages like Ira and I, you will grow like a weed. These are separate accounts. They are separate profiles you can use. When I share something to my profile, I have to wait every 4 hours. I don't, because I'm a jerk like that. And I don't care about algorithm. I don't share anything for likes. I don't share things for the vanity metrics. But if I did, I would only post every 4 hours on LinkedIn, right? And if I didn't get a lot of likes in the first 10 minutes, I'd delete it, right, Ira? But with your groups, okay, a good way to help somebody like your friend, a good way to play ping pong or to build a win-win with them, I'll probably do with Anna here, is I'm going to go take her little post for her last little post, because she has 193 connections. I'm going to go share it in my group. I'm going to go share it in Ira's group. And I'm going to say, hey, Anna, thank you for coming to our little show here with my little obtuse ass. Here you go. Meet my friends. And that's what people do. Now, when I share that thing into the group, are my 7,000 members going to see it? Yeah. Are Ira's 7,000 members going to see it? Yeah. Not only that, but we're inviting more people to Anna's party. We're being good guests. We're showing up. We're bringing the cheese dip. Things are coming, Anna. I want to build a win-win with you. We're going to do this.
All right. So you guys, while I'm asking Jean a little bit to introduce yourself, think about this. If you have a question, how do you get more visitors to your website? How do you get more people to follow you on Twitter? How did you build your Instagram? Any of those types of questions that you have for Mike or I, if you have something ready to go, that'll be cool. But Jean, we're gonna have you. No, can't talk. Oh, okay. Jean's being shy. Is it your throat? Not feeling good? Okay. All right. Well, Jean is a recruiter. She's a corporate recruiter. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull up her profile real quick on LinkedIn, so at least I can give her some pub. And I want you guys.
We love you, Jean. Nice to see you.
I want you all to do me a favor. I want you, when I post this thing, I want you to reach out to her, because honestly, she's one of the coolest people that you can connect with on social media. She's just a cool person.
already connected with her.
This is the thing too.
She's my girl. I like her.
I know Mariella. I've met Mariella in person. Joe's my brother from another mother. Mike is the chocolate to my vanilla. Jean is like someone that I admire and respect. Honestly,
people. I didn't even put the link up.
And Damon is somebody that I've actually worked for and with at Exit Your Way. Like, I love these people. Now, Mike Ashbrunner, I got to say it angry. Ashbrunner. And I'm not.
You got to say it angry.
He told me to say it angry. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what, you guys? Do I sound angry here when we're on TV? Everybody always assumes that I'm always like emotionally trauma dumping people. I'm always angry. Do I sound angry, guys? Like when I post?
All right, now. You don't even sound all that. You don't even sound all that stoned.
Mike, you don't. You sound like you're
I'm always stoned. That's my trick.
And wanting to talk. That's it. I don't ever get you sound angry ever.
This is Jean. She's a corporate recruiter for CC MSN. Anyways, like I said, look at this. I need to help her. 940 followers. I want to get her over 1,000.
Oh wow, yeah.
Before we get off air, guys.
Recruiter. You should be.
Actually,
she didn't want me to highlight her, guys. She was shy. She'll come up here. And I don't know if I buy this story.
I'm gonna put this follow at Jean. I'm gonna make it so easy for everybody. Here. Okay, so there's the link.
And then two. Let me look it up here. I just looked her up.
Okay, so I made it simple, and I'm gonna actually copy and paste that so it's on LinkedIn. I want it on LinkedIn and YouTube too, so I'm gonna put it everywhere.
Dude, this Tony Taylor guy, does he even do podcasts? He keeps showing up, but he never gets up here. We're gonna get him up here.
Tony sometimes is shy. I don't know.
I'm shy. I'm up here.
Tony is a guy that I love too. So I will bring the shy out of you. I will, I'm going to get you.
How do you have a podcast and you're shy?
I'm going to get you to come on up, my unicorn friend. Kenneth is an amazing.
Okay.
Kenneth. Yeah, Kenneth, I tell you what, there are very few people that write.
We're going to get this Tony guy, and we're going to go get Kenneth here. I don't care if we got to do an SPN road trip, Project Help You Grow road trip. We're going to get these guys up here one of these days.
So, Mike, help me out now. The smile guy, Louisville. Why am I?
Yeah.
I'm having a brain fart. What's his last name?
Hey,
Banner.
No, the guy with the smile guy.
Yeah,
No,
Smile Cafe.
Oh,
in
Michael
Louisville.
Ray.
Michael
Michael
Ray.
Ray. Yeah, Michael Ray. Yeah, because
Smile
Joe,
guy.
you know him. Yeah.
So
No,
Michael,
the guy. He's the
I
smile
thought
guy.
he was
Yeah,
talking
Michael-
about Mike. That's right there because he's in.
no. Michael Ray.
I
Michael
gotta,
Ray.
go,
Yeah.
I gotta go send that guy another $50.
House Project. If
I
you guys
like
want-
that guy. Anybody who
Hang on a
spreads
second.
goodwill, I like that guy.
Hang
I
on a
can't
second.
remember his name.
I'm gonna bring
Michael
it up
Ray
right now.
is an awesome person. He
We're
is
gonna
a
look,
really
I'm
awesome person.
I'm gonna give him a little bit of run. I just gotta his website's gotta load. So hang on a second. I'm gonna give him some run.
Is he
But
coming
here's
up?
the guy. I like Michael Ray a lot. Okay, Joe, the
I'm
finance
cheap.
guy.
If I
Joe, the
send
finance
somebody
guy's
money,
got
you
a
know I
video. Joe, the finance guy's got a video with Michael Ray. You should
Yes,
check
he
that
does.
out. But
Wait, you gotta. Well, hold on a second. Joe, the finance guy, you're doing a show with Michael Ray.
No, I actually,
did a
well,
video.
actually, he came on one of mine and Ira's shows while Ira had to be out one time. But Michael Ray came to visit me. Him
I
and Matty
saw that.
Boo.
That's why.
Okay,
That's what I'm giving
here it is. So this is Michael Ray. If you guys don't know Michael Ray, look him up, follow him, dude. Like Mike,
He's a cool
O'Connor
guy.
said, if you have a problem with Mike Ray, you
Just
probably
get out of my network.
you might have a problem that you need to go to therapy to get some help.
No, no.
Yeah, he is the nicest.
If you
I-
don't like that guy,
He
you
is
gotta go.
awesome.
You gotta
He is
go.
awesome.
But
Okay,
he's not like somebody who makes people smile.
but here's what I want to say. Kenny has been on with Mike Ray. So Kenny, don't tell me
Yeah, Kenny was too.
being caught.
Whoa, whoa,
bud.
whoa, 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 whoa.
You've done
That's a
being
video
caught,
that didn't
bud.
happen. Come on, like this guy's been making these comments in my feed for 6
Kenny
years.
is
Yeah,
amazing.
He's
Exactly.
like a rocket scientist. I don't even know what he sounds like. This is insulting.
I
Kenneth.
do because now
Kenneth,
you-
I'm going to send you a letter, sir. I'm going to get my cheap ass out. I'm going to break out a pen and paper. I'm going to have my niece write it for me because I broke my finger and I don't write very well. But I'm going to buy the stamp, sir.
I'm gonna tell you what. When my wife and I make it through South Texas, which we will,
I'm going to go down there now.
and if you and I are gonna break bread together, bro, it doesn't have to be on video or camera or any of that stuff.
We're going to break something if he doesn't come up here.
I'm gonna definitely buy him a meal. It's one of the people I got to meet. It's like I told Joe, if I'm ever in his neck of the woods, I am sleeping in the back cave. I'm not renting a hotel room. I don't know how his wife is gonna feel about that. But like, I just want to hang out in the bat room. I really
After
do.
these comments, she might be jealous.
I've seen Mike Ray. I've seen because I used to run a nonprofit out here in Louisville. So I've seen that. I just never.
You ran a nonprofit too? I mean, I'm telling you, man, I just keep learning more
Michael
about
Ray.
you. We got a lot of
Michael
stuff in
Ray,
common.
for those of you who don't know, his daughter has special needs.
Yeah.
And he's got a
She's
whole
cool.
he's got a whole story about how his life
Yeah.
was like crap.
Dude,
Right?
he could have packed it in.
And I don't
Like,
even want to. And I
But-
couldn't even do it justice. But how he, and it really makes me smile because him and I have a lot in common. Religious backgrounds, a lot of things that we have. There's just so much we had in common that we're both altar boys, and it was a great time talking with them. But one of the things that he talked about on the show, Cup of Joe, was how it all started. And I know he told me about it before, but he was going through a Wendy's and
That's right.
something happened at his job. Like I believe he lost his job or something was just happening, and he was really down.
Yep. Depressed.
And as he was there, one of the ladies came out, they talked to him, and they made him smile, or he made her smile. One of the things, and he drove off for a minute.
She made him smile, Joe.
She made him smile, and
She
he
made him
Hey, he
smile.
warned us he was going to be bad.
and
at
he
this.
broke down crying, and he
Wow.
came back and he thanked her.
Yeah.
And he took a picture with her, and that's how it all started.
Yeah,
and
the
he's
power,
got
the power of that smile.
He's got such a great heart. I could not.
Dude,
I
it's
know
so
he's not here,
transparent
and I know
when
we
the
all
guy's
have
doing the
stories
video.
about him. I just really, as I would talk about any of you, and I have, like when you guys don't know about you guys. I mean, when you develop a connection with somebody, it's more than you can imagine, and he's just a great person. So,
Yeah, he's
can I say one other thing too? Hey, Gene, I'm actually hooking you up with somebody. I'm sending you both LinkedIn messages. It's for your job. So as you know, yeah, I just introduced you two on there. And I'll bow out of the conversation once you guys talk. But since you're a corporate recruiter, I have a person that I think would be great. And
Joe,
he's a really good friend.
About that. Let's talk about that for a second. That's a strategy. I was just sharing that.
Hold on a second. We're going to talk about getting jobs on LinkedIn?
No, isn't that crazy? But I actually want to talk about networking. This is speed networking with Mike and Ira. So I want to talk about networking tips for sure. Somebody asked me about this. I had to put the banner back up just in case people are confused. Like, what are these guys talking about? We're talking about speed networking here, ladies and gentlemen.
We're not going too fast.
On LinkedIn, somebody was like, what happens, Iro? How can I meet people that never post on social media? Like, okay, so I want to let's say I wanted to work at SPN. That's a bad example because Mike posts all the time, but follow me here. Let's say Mike had an HR director, and the HR director was like a ghost, or what I call a lurker on LinkedIn. They never make posts, they never make comments. How do you engage with somebody like that, right? It's hard, but it's not impossible. Here's one of the tips that I said. Now, if you build out your network bigger and wider, you almost always will have mutual connections. If you're friends with one of their mutual connections, you can have them do what Joe the finance guy just did for Gene Rodriguez right there, baby. You send a personal message. You don't have to have premium. Back to Mike's point about joining other groups, so you don't have to have premium. And I've made videos on these strategies, by the way. All you have to do is
digital marketing groups with 1 million people in them.
Right. So, and you can send a message to anybody inside that same group. All you do is find their name inside the member group and hit message there. Don't go to their profile and hit message. That doesn't work. But if you do it through the group, it will. Okay. But
what's the best type of message to send, though?
Well, will you buy something from me?
Yeah, right. No, here's
the thing. Right? It works.
Here's the thing. Let's follow this all the way through to completion because it's so important.
I got 2 of them today, so you know.
But what did Joe just do? Joe just gave his credit to Gene, to the person that he sent that message to, because he said, whoever, Joe, what's the person's name? Can we say? First name only.
Nope.
Okay. Anyways, let's say the name was Tammy.
Sorry,
Batman. Batman.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Batman. He could say, dear whoever, I think
dear Tom.
I think you would get along with Gene, or I think Gene could help you with this, or I think you could help Gene with that. It doesn't matter, right? But now that person is not being blindsided by Gene, a person he does not know, probably, right? Or she doesn't know. The person is now being introduced by somebody that's a referral. It's a warm introduction, and that establishes some trust. The trust is being borrowed from the one person over to the other person. It's a smart way to do it. And I was telling these job seekers, because I was specifically talking in Curtis Tompkins' Job Ready Today Job Seeker Bootcamp this morning. I was teaching them about time management. And that question came up, and I said, this is one of the ways that you can get and ask for informational interviews, which, if you don't know what that is, that's when you're talking to somebody who's in a position or has held a position that you're going after, but you don't know them, and you can basically interview them and ask them for advice. And so they were saying, well, how do I get a hold of these people if I don't know them? And if they never post, because my suggestion is if they make posts, go, instead of spamming them, instead of sending them a direct message saying, hey, I would love to work for you, instead just make comments like Mike Ashburner. I got to get that. Anyways.
You're so terrible.
Yeah, he showed up in my comments. He showed up in my comments over and over and over again, and I took notice of it.
I wonder where you learned that.
But I'm just saying, he got my attention that way. And so then I was like, heck yeah, I want to connect with this guy because he's shown up. You can do the same thing if people are making posts. But if they're not making posts, then what Joe did is another way to get across the great divide. Anyways, that was long-winded.
You know what it is? It's the golden rule. Treat people like how you want to be treated, right? Like if Joe didn't think that Gene would make him look good, if he didn't know that she was a good guest, if he didn't see her at other parties and get that warm, fuzzy feeling, he wouldn't take the risk of introducing him to Tom or Batman. I prefer Batman. Batman's cooler.
Batman's me. I'm just going to stick with Tom.
Okay,
it was Tom. It's only a first name, so Tom's good.
Well, what I'm saying is, right, you wouldn't have introduced her to Tom if she was a creep, right?
Right. Well, I wouldn't have, and I know Jean after I saw, I go, oh my God, she's one of my first. Now I remember Jean. I go, this is a great person to hook up with Tom to help him out on his journey, his career journey. So that's
what speeds that along is not only how she acts, right? But the fact that she's friends with Damon, she's friends with Ira. I mean, she's basically coming with 7 testimonials that you know of just by being associated with us.
Yep.
Michael, you got to do the same thing, brother.
I'm looking for it.
All right, I'll help you find it after the show's over.
I'm feeling better about missing all the things like I didn't do.
I know right where it's
I can't
at.
believe I wasn't following you on Instagram. 76,000? Come on, you had to pay somebody. Do you take pictures of yourself?
I try not to because I don't want to break my cameras.
Man,
no, I gotta say, your Instagram stuff though, Ira, your night pictures are really something, and you got to get gazillion.
I'm gonna start fighting dirty, dude. I'm gonna start doing
all of them are, but that's something. Those are really spectacular.
Those are my favorite ones to talk about. If you're wondering what,
they're really something.
So these are long. They're long exposure. I actually I'm about to do a TikTok video and teach people how to do these in case you don't know how.
I'm going to use your tips. I'm going to use your tips, and I'm going to beat you just to show you how it feels.
Bring it, buddy. No problem.
It's so on like Donkey Kong.
I mean, I do like these are my favorite types of pictures.
I'm going to go do some waxing.
I love those.
Some stretching. It's on, buddy.
Yeah, I'll tell you. If you're gonna do these types of photos, what you really got to do.
Come on, that's cheating. You got photogenic people.
Get yourself. Well, it helps. Get yourself. This is in the daytime, but it's the same style. But you got to get yourself a nice tripod. I actually shot these ones freehand, which is really hard to do steady. But when you're shooting those exposure shots, those long exposure shots, especially if you have like a sign or something in there and you wanted to read it, it's got to be on a tripod. Otherwise,
look at that cop, dude. He's like a sexy cop.
So what's funny was I actually donated this shoot. So this was done at a festival.
Was it a calendar or something?
So no, it was for
a better beard than I do.
It was free. It was free profile shots. But he had his kids, and I was like, oh, can I put your pictures that I'm donating?
Look at her face, dude. She looks like he just cut cheese.
That's
hilarious.
They go, Dad.
That's great. She's like, what the hell are you?
I don't know how to get on my Instagram, but
was she looking at you, or was that like your camera? Look at her face. That's priceless.
Yeah.
Oh,
here's that. You guys are asking about my daughter all the time. This is Lizzie. She's still recovering. A lot of times people are saying, hey, what's going on with your daughter?
Is there anything we can do to help that?
So everybody keeps asking me if I'm going to do a GoFundMe, and I've decided not to. This is what it is. I don't.
Is that your Christian hardworking background and all that doing that, or what? Or because you feel like other people need help?
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable taking the money. There's a lot of people who are struggling worse than me.
I mean, look at this guy. You know how many other people with 197,000 people following him on Instagram would just share that GoFundMe link no matter how much money they had coming in? Do you know? I'm not going to name names, right? But this guy, it bugged me, okay? Certain things bugged the hell out of me, okay? And this guy had his kid in the hospital bed, right? And like literally fighting for his life, her life. I'm not going to say gender, right? And this guy's like, hey, here's my post. And he used it just for likes. You know what I mean? Like your kid's in the hospital and like you're using this for what? Like a couple likes or views? I mean, and I don't know, man. Like I think that when people stand up for something like that and they're like, I'm going to do it on my own, no matter, because it would be easier. I mean, much respect, dude. I respect.
I appreciate that. I mean, my daughter almost died. She can't look. She's out there right now in a wheelchair. She can't stand up. She can't speak. She can barely.
I would ask for the money. I would. I mean, like, unless I was really well to do. I mean, like, if I was even struggling, I mean, like, I give you. I mean, that is a sign of faith, dude. And I'm just being honest with you, man. I'd be like, help my kid. I mean, I give you, dude. You're a good guy, dude.
I try. Thank you, brother.
Hi, Bob Feathers.
Try not to cry right now. Bob is somebody that I met in person. He's up in Boston, Massachusetts area, and I met him through WBS Rocks, which is run by Sam Gupta.
What the hell is WBS Rocks? Is that like
it's an ERP type of a group, I think manufacturing, but ERP is enterprise.
What's with all these people with weird
enterprise resource planning?
Resource planning, that's what it is. Yeah, software. It's kind of like CRM, but the next level out. Okay, And I don't know how I got a part of that, but somehow I did, and they're cool people. So I go in there and I talk about social media and marketing sometimes. But anyways, Bob I met. He's really cool. We met at Cheers. Remember the show? We actually met it. It's like a
Really?
yeah. So the place
So this guy
Cheers.
met you in real life and he's still talking to you?
Yeah. So the place Cheers is like a tourist trap, really. People from Boston don't go there, but people like me from California, when we go to Boston, we want to go to Cheers. That's what really happens. But anyways, we met there and we had a great conversation, and I met with another lady that doesn't really talk to me anymore. So 1 for 2 there.
I'm sorry.
I love meeting people from social media. In fact, I've got a couple people that I'm looking forward to meeting soon. I've got Ryan here, and where's she at? She's up here somewhere. Hang on. I'll find it. Maybe I won't.
Can I say something?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, go ahead.
Goodbye.
Have a good one, dude.
I was
Joe's
leaving.
like,
I just
Joe's like,
wanted,
I'm out of here.
yeah, I just wanted to let you know I put in the
Joe,
project.
you can't say that. You could say anything but that, bro.
Okay, well, I'll see you guys later. This is great. I haven't been on a on something, and I only wanted the link. I did not expect this, so
Yeah.
I am very overjoyed that you guys allowed me to be on. Mariella, great seeing you. Anna, I'm glad we're connected now. Gene, take care of Tom for me. Thank you. Mike, you definitely got to call me, Mike A. All right. Damon, miss you, man. We got to talk.
Brother.
Michael,
Yeah,
we got to talk too.
Anytime, sir.
This is why Mike and I brought the show back, and we're looking at a couple different platforms and things, some ways to do this. But one of the reasons why we're on live is because not everybody.
I'm looking forward to going back to Remo.
Yeah, so not everybody can join, and sometimes it's hard to find. When you're on other
we can
platforms.
keep doing this, then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But we're coming live, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. That's pretty cool. And we can have up to 10 people on the stage at any given time. And again, if you guys missed the beginning of the show, and we've been on for 90 minutes now, so it's been a minute. We'll reset the room to use Clubhouse terminology. We're going to reset the room. We're going to be coming to you different days, different times to accommodate the global, right? Because we know, like right now, it is like 5 a.m. in London, and they're probably not watching.
I don't know why these people are talking to us.
You know what I mean? But it's 7 a.m. now in India, right? And
it's
so
5 a.m. in Greece. It's 3 a.m. in London.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so I need to go back to do some math. That's okay.
Okay.
But that's the point, right? So some days we're going to come on early in the United States, and it's going to make it easier for people in other time zones. And sometimes we'll come on even later, because when we did the New Year's Eve show, Mike, we had on that show consistently anywhere between 30 and 50 people at any given time. We actually
it's because we had Mariella and Gene talking.
It was helpful. It was helpful.
Nobody's
But we went 4 hours on that one, right? We had a ton of people. So
I tell you what, my butt wasn't that sore since high school.
But Joe, what's cool about this is it gives everybody a chance to see you again and kind of like restart. It's 2022. So
well, and remember, I'm not dressed the way I work. Yeah. I'm down dressed right now. So, but anyway,
this is the way Joe feels more comfortable. But Joe, usually when you see him go to work, he's dressed to the nines.
Yeah.
And Mike needs to go, and I need to go because Steve is on his way back from the studio, and I have to cook dinner.
Yes. All right. I think
I'm getting the dinner bell too. So
I think we're gonna wrap the show. I think we're just gonna call this a day. But if you have not connected with us, I recommend you connect with every single person on the stage, because why? They've shown that they're win-win folks. Don't you want more win-win folks in your network? So connect with Mariella, connect with Amna, connect with Damon, connect with Joe, the finance guy, a.k.a. Joe Stepke, Mike O'Connor, the big O knows, however you want to talk to him. Mike Ashburner, almost got it. I'm going to get it eventually. Gene Rodriguez.
I'm not even going to try.
I think Gene's the best person on the stage, personally. And then, if you want to connect with me, you can. That's fine. But look for Speed Networking with Mike and Ira. It's kind of like those pop-up events.
A train wreck on social media.
it's pop up. Like, remember, like the old school guerrilla marketing. You never know. It's like the party that you didn't want your parents to find out you're going to party, so it just kind of like popped up. That's what this show is, baby. We can talk about anything, but when we have you on, we want to get to know y'all better. So that's the goal of the show.
Hey, Ira.
Yeah.
Joe and Ira, when you said dress down, dude, Mike over there, I don't know how he does it, but I just now got done working 14 hours, put the laptop away, just crushed it. Mike's like, hey, jump on. I'm like, okay, I look like warmed over shit. But
and then I give you a hard time.
And he never tells me what it is. And I always show up like I showed up to JD's thing, like I just rolled out of a dumpster, right? And they're like, who? Turn your camera on. I'm like, it's broken. I was like, it ain't broken. I said, look, dude, why you just, you might as well drug me to the bar in church clothes, dude. Anyway. So I'm coming prepared. I'm getting better.
Hey, this is come as you are. You don't need to dress to impress here, man.
That's good, man.
I had active sayings. That's why I got the hoodie.
I will say this about the people that I hang out with. I'm just going to be like completely transparent with everybody because this is who I am. I don't dress to impress anybody ever, right? Like I'm not trying to be
wear pajama pants every day. I mean, that's why.
Like if I know it's a serious meeting, I'm going to come try to be dressed the way everybody else will. I'm not coming with Gucci and a Mercedes and all that. That's not who I am. I drive Kia and a Chevy. I like the Chevy hat, by the way, Gene. Yep.
Yeah, I was just say the bow tie is cool.
Chevy Express to put all my kids in because I got a million kids. But the fact is, you can always come as you are, wherever. If I'm in the event, you can come as you are. You'll be all right.
Hey, Ira, it's like Mike O'Connor always says: they can't smell me on Zoom, baby. I'm all in.
I deserve that. I did. I deserve that. I opened that door. I'm gonna get you back at some point. But
Payback, you know what it is.
That was karma. I know. I mean, yeah, you know what? You gotta give it out. You gotta be able to take it, right? And that's damn you.
All right.
That was a hold up what moment. All right. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining. We're gonna turn on the music and bow out.
See ya.
Thank you all.
Thank you guys.
Thanks,
Love you guys.
Appreciate y'all. Bye, Anna.
Thanks, Joe.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
BowmanDigitalMedia.com.
That's pretty awesome.